Hi and welcome. I'm author Grace Rolson. If you are dealing with a narcissistic co-parent, if you are forced to co-parent with a narcissist, or you are stuck in a high conflict custody battle, you are not alone. If you are ready to learn, I am ready to teach. I aim to be a light in the darkness of this dilemma, and my goal is protection and peace for children by supporting, guiding, mentoring moms to find support, get stable, stay sane, be smart, and do solid documentation. Hang on and have hope. As I write for moms, there's plenty of blogs and books who are forced to co parent or stuck in a high conflict custody battle with a narcissist. If this is you, are not alone. So, if you're dealing with a narcissistic co parent, know that knowledge plus preparedness equals power. I have several blogs on how to be prepared, how to get prepared, how to get a list of 20 wants to ask the judge if the narcissist is always saying no. My books can validate what you might be experiencing and give you creative ways to improve your co parenting conditions. In my books, I include all my tips, tools, and strategies for moms to grab onto like life rafts. Sometimes it's solely about survival and staying afloat. I get that. I believe that there are healthy attitudes that we moms can adopt, mindsets we can make solid, and sanity to hold on to, as well as beneficial perspectives to take that can help us endure this dilemma and survive a custody battle or just co parenting with a narcissist and avoiding a custody battle. My focus is on creating peace and protection for children. You can learn what I call the use of skillful means and strategies to navigate and neutralize the narcissist. You can look for my video program. Hi, I'm the author of several books for women who love an alcoholic. Before I knew the alcoholic was actually a narcissist, my second lawyer informed me of that. That was enlightening. And then I had to go through and endure a 12-year family court battle, which I will talk about a little later. So I got help, and I want you to get help. Learn all you can from my survivor wisdom. I like to say there's a disclaimer. I'm not a court professional. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a paralegal. I'm not a therapist. I'm a mom who went through it. So take what you find helpful, maybe ideas, maybe just a little emotional support, but this can't take the place of DV counseling or therapy, or even 12-step anonymous support groups, because you'll need a lot of support if you're dealing with this. In my chapters, you can let my chapters of my book be the like self-help story medicine. So my goal is to leave you with tidbits of wisdom, with lots of encouragement, and know that you can endure this with support. You can be resilient in the face of the many challenges when dealing with a narcissist. The truth is, our love for our children or a child is bigger than the narcissist. Believe in yourself as a mom and remember to learn the valuable lessons and all the pain. We can't change the narcissist, but we certainly can change our mindset, the thoughts that we're choosing to think. So we have to work with what we can change. You can come out of this smarter and stronger than before. Like me, you can outgrow the narcissist. 2, become immune to his attacks. I learned to stop the attacks as well. And 3, move on with your life to thrive. And better yet, so can your children move on with their lives to thrive. So use wisdom and lead with love. So I do have a Get the Right Lawyer guide. Many moms who come to me for coaching don't have a lawyer. That is a weakness. It's a vulnerability. It can be a handicap. Even if you don't have a lawyer, can't afford a lawyer, you can still be getting legal advice. There's free legal aid. There's online services with lawyers. I use those as well. And I have a 20-question attorney interview worksheet in my guide that will help you ask the right questions when you're talking to an attorney. Sometimes you can get your burning legal questions answered right there in those free consultations. So I'm a mother, survivor, thriver, certified life coach, award-winning author of several self-help books available for women and mothers on Amazon. And if you're part of one of my mom's groups, I don't advertise widely, but welcome to my private groups. If you're dealing with this, know there's so many problems to deal with when you're dealing with a narcissist. I endured 13 long years and learned some valuable lessons along the way. I stood up for myself. I stopped being his victim. I stopped being his enemy. I endured the family court custody battle, which was a 5-day trial that spanned 2 years. I established peace and protection for our child. And today she thrives and I have peace. I wish this for all of you moms and your children caught in the middle. It's important to get a self-education on narcissists, to not be surprised and destabilized by the narcissist tactics, and to develop strategies. It's equally important to know how the family court system works and doesn't work, or shall I say doesn't work. Not funny, but it happens that the family court system fails children. It certainly failed us, but I don't like throwing everything out when one part fails. Sometimes a different judge will come in and change things. So just like if one lawyer failed you, don't throw out the idea that all lawyers are bad. I have several blogs written from my own personal experience, how I managed through the insanity. The key is knowledge plus preparedness equals power. How knowledgeable are you about post-separation abuse and the narcissist's typical patterns of behavior and the next tactics they use on their victims? Find that wheel that floats around the internet of what they usually do next, what they usually accuse people of, protective moms of, which is like parental alienation. Ask your lawyer how to safeguard your case against parental alienation. So I wish I could put all the moms through my training courses. And if you can't afford anything, obviously look at my free blogs, read some of those, gain some ideas, message me back if my work resonates with you. I do have not just the Get the Right Lawyer guide, but I have a Navigate the Narcissist whole 11 video course where I tried to talk you back to common sense, logic, sanity, and being the more reasonable person. So this is my Navigate the Narcissist co-parenting video course. My job is to encourage moms and be the light in the darkness. So many moms are finally getting that lawyer. They're finally taking out the loan for the lawyer. They're finally petitioning the courts for what their child needs. What they want is for parenting rights, visitation, and access. I know the narcissist doesn't think we have or should have parenting rights or access. They often accuse us of so many things, but just because the narcissist says it doesn't mean it's true. We have to stop thinking what the narcissist thinks and think our own thoughts. So our child had me, and I got better legal representation. I got a therapist installed as a buffer, activities with other healthy male role models for sports that psychologically protected her from her dad. Our child had my protection. Without me, she would have been subject to so much narcissistic abuse. So that's how the narcissist typically wins, by emotionally destabilizing the target. And if you're a mom and you're the target of blame because you broke up with him or you're standing up to him and you've been deemed the enemy to destroy in his mind, there's ways to turn that around, and there's ways to stand up to a narcissist, but it's with who and when and how. That is the question. You have to think safety first. I urge moms to get a full support system in place. Our support holds us up emotionally and it also helps our children. So it begins with us. Did I have the best lawyer to start? No. Did I get another lawyer? Yes. Did the narcissist agree to get or allow our child therapy? No. Did I have a judge court order therapy for our child? Yes. Was the narcissist in contempt for not following our court order? Yes. Did I use the new lawyer to file multiple contempts at once? Yes. Did the narcissist get away with lots of things? Yes. Was it usually unfair to me? Yes. Did I document all the infuriating unfairness to use as leverage later? Yes. Did I ever lose physical custody and be accused of parental alienation? No. Did I safeguard my custody case against PA claims? Yes. Did I endure 10 years of co-parenting abuse, also known as post-separation abuse? Yes. Did I stop being the narcissist target of blame by using skillful means? Yes. Did the abuse from the narcissist stop? Yes, after a year of implementation. Did I get my legal rights back that I lost in 2020? Yes. Did I ever get peace or some semblance of fairness using a new lawyer? Eventually and somewhat. Is our child healthy and happy and protected? Yes. Do we have peace today? Yes. So, welcome to my work. I'm author Grace Rolson. If you're just listening in, be sure to learn all you can as you go through co-parenting with a narcissist. I came out smarter and stronger than before, and you don't want to be surprised by what the narcissist can do when they're backed into a corner and desperate. So, I have this Get the Right Lawyer guide because that's the person to strategize with, someone that knows the background, the history, the details, because getting free answers online doesn't take into account everything. I've had bad advice from family to do this, to do that. I've gotten bad advice from well-meaning people. Make this CPS report. Those reports all went against me in a trial. I've had bad advice from a lawyer that I had to go get a second opinion where they said to do to the narcissist back what the narcissist was doing to me. And that was bad advice. I needed to be the non-high conflict party in the judge's mind, because when a judge sees high conflict, they usually lump both parties in. They don't just figure out who the high conflict is. So if a mom is engaging with the narcissist and being part of the drama and the chaos and the confusion versus staying above it, giving like strategic responses that are non emotional, not making paragraphs of explanations of lunch and why the child needs a certain lunch, getting into it, which is what we call getting into the weeds with the narcissist, can really go against you. And we have to learn as moms to not be emotional, but be more business like. So remember, despite what the narcissist says or thinks, your child and children need you. You got to be brave, stay strong, and believe that peace is possible, even if you've got to give it to yourself. And I endured legal abuse and not only had to recover from narcissistic abuse syndrome using a DV counselor for many, many years, I had to recover from the legal abuse syndrome, which is also can be diagnosed. Remember, the narcissist has tricks, tactics, traps, and all kinds of manipulations, but we have strategies, skills, and self rules that keep those boundaries in place. We have the ability to change, endure, survive, adapt, navigate, love ourselves, love our children, and outgrow this. I encourage you to find my video or pick up my books, read them in order written. That's most helpful because you can see my loss to my recovery, how I staged a comeback in book 1. That's my bonus number 8. My new book has a lot of things. It has the older Get the Right Lawyer guide. There's a new updated revised version on my website. So come over to my website. You can find my blog. I do believe that we can have peace when we're co-parenting because we put in boundaries and we give ourselves the peace. A narcissist doesn't have peace to give. And sometimes peace can only be found on the other side of war. It's unfortunate, but if you have leverage and you put up a strong offense as well as a defense, and you've been documenting the narcissist pattern of behavior strategically to expose that to a judge without getting emotional, and you have a support system, including lawyers, coaches, DV counselors, therapists, I believe you can overcome this. And you helping yourself helps your children. So remember that. Getting an education. Yes, this is something that you have to learn about that you never thought you'd have to learn about. I have plenty of blogs, what to put in a court order, 10 factors to consider when switching lawyers. I have a free newsletter on Substack where you could subscribe and get free podcasts and free blogs when I come up with some new things, because I teach about the gray walling method, very similar to gray rock and the other yellow rock methods, but definitely puts in psychological buffers so you don't constantly be drawn in emotionally. And I teach about skillful means, which the Buddha taught. So we have to talk to people at the level they're at, not the level that we are at. And a lot of times I coach moms to speak as if a judge was going to read this later. So saying a lot makes us often look like we are the drama filled person. So we learn to keep it simple, keep it short, be nice to the narcissist, things that most people can't do unless they understand the bigger picture. So if you're in family court with a narcissist, I encourage you to get a lawyer or at least legal advice. I have a lot of tips on how to find free legal guidance and advice, but I don't recommend going at it alone. The key is support. Knowledge plus preparedness plus support and strategies is a winning combination. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Remember to like and subscribe.